And welcome back to the event right here in Barcelona. We're joined by Shubha Srinivasan. She's head and global vice president of customer success at Robin.io. And Shubhan, welcome.
Thank you for having me today.
Well, thanks for being here. Of course, it's in your title, but we're going to talk about customer success and really on the heels of the announcement of the acquisition by Rakuten Symphony of Robin.io. Before we get into customer success, can you just give us your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's going to be very exciting, right? So, customer success has played a phenomenal role in our overall journey with Rakuten, right? We've dedicated a lot of time, effort, and people in making this engagement a huge success. And right now, we look forward to continuing on the journey and for scaling at a much better pace than we anticipated.
So now, under the umbrella of Rakuten Symphony and SimWare and SimWorld, but not exclusive to SimWare and SimWorld, how does your approach towards your customers change over the next even couple months?
It does not change. In fact, we are now delighted at our merger with SimWorld, because what we do anticipate to happen is a lot more investment into customer experience. Because today, be it an enterprise or a telco industry, whatever business you are in, the leaders globally, the C-suite is realizing that customer success is the most important function to invest in if you really want to retain customers, right? So that said, we do believe that we are going to invest a lot more into customer success, into having a global presence, and also to increase our manpower throughout globally.
So if you had maybe, and this is just for our audience, if you had 3 priorities that you're going to be looking at in 2022 and 2023, just to give us an idea, what would those be?
The first one is speed. Speed at scale, right? With the acquisition, we do expect that we will have a lot more customers of the size of Rakuten, which is a challenge in itself, right? And we do not want to compromise on the speed with which we've been able to deliver in the past with increasing customer base. So whatever we can do to continue to deliver the same speed is going to be of number 1 priority. The second one is the marriage of, to some extent, automation and analytics with human experiences is going to be extremely critical, right? Whatever can be automated and done through AI, we will do that, and we will interpose some amount of human interaction and experience with that, so that the extraordinary customer experience continues to be delivered. That is number 2. The third one is the adoption of tools, right? An adoption of end-to-end digital CS, if I would call it, which allows the digitization of customer success to be able to track your key metrics, whether you're delivering the metrics that are really vital for your customers when it comes to customer satisfaction. Are they adopting your product? Are they liking your product? Will they recommend your product to others? So these are all very important metrics for growth of a company, right? And so we will be digitizing the entire CS to track our metrics very closely. So those are the 3 top priorities for me.
So you've talked about priorities. We talked about the sort of the positive side of being acquired by a large influential company like Rakuten Symphony. If you had to pick one hurdle or one challenge that you have to sort of overcome during this acquisition or in light of this acquisition process, what would that challenge be?
So I won't really call it a hurdle, because nothing is going to stop us from going after what we really want to do. But the challenge is going to be again, I would say it's a good challenge to have. It's going to be that of scale, right? How do we scale at large without compromising the quality of the engineers that we have today, the solution architects? If you see, the Robin team is a small size team, but they deliver a world-class support experience and onboarding experience to large customers and small customers alike. So the challenge that I see in front of me to achieve what I want to be able to deliver is to be able to scale like this in a few months, right? That's a good challenge to have, and I don't think of that as a hurdle.
So let's say we're having the same conversation or a similar conversation this time next year at an event just like this, or at this event. What do you think the conversation would be about?
So the conversation is going to be about how did we manage to onboard so many customers and retain them so effortlessly? What is the secret sauce to what we have done? That's what you're going to be talking to me about.
Well, that'll be exciting to ask you that question and see where you are at that point. I'm sure it'll be all positive things.
Yes.
Shubhan, it's good to have you on and give us a little bit of a looking glass into what's going to be happening over the course of the next year with now Rakuten Symphony.
Yes.
By the way, does the name change at some point, or have you figured that out yet? Or?
We're just working that out, so it's not out yet. So
okay,
yeah.
Good to know. Well, it's good to have you on.
Thank you. Thank you
right.
so much.